In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at Jaylen Brown and what makes him such an elite player and how he is able to absolutely take over games. Obviously, he's a great defender, but he's also a very skilled offensive player too. So let's get down and let's check him out. Really quickly, if you want to be able to shoot the basketball from further away, make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. And if you want to jump higher and be able to dunk the ball, I've got a vertical jump training book down there too. So let's get down, let's check out Jaylen Brown. Okay, so in this first clip that we're looking at, we're going to be looking at Jaylen Brown breaking down his defender one-on-one. Some of the things that he's able to do is, because he has his shoulders square to the basket, he's down low into an attack style stance. He's created separation and a gap between himself and his defender. If he was standing straight up, let's say like his teammate, and he had the ball, that's not very threatening, and this defender would be playing extremely tight. But because he's in an athletic stance, like if he is about to attack, he's created a gap for himself. Now, when he does these quick glide dribbles, glide crosses, things like that, and he's looking to attack, because he was outstretched looking to attack, he created an even bigger gap between himself and his defender. Because of that gap, that allowed him the space to be able to pull off a three-point shot and make it. Now, here he is moving off ball, and this is actually a very impressive play because if your man is playing above where you are playing, so right there on the court, currently Jaylen Brown is here and his defender is here. There is no defender in this space, which means that he will have the head start if he goes and cuts to the rim, which is exactly what he did right here. So by reading his defender and knowing where his defender is on the court versus himself, he was able to then see that he has the whole back door wide open, and then he was able to get that alley-oop layup. Okay, so here's Brown once again when he's attacking a player one-on-one. He's in a situation where they're going 3-on-3, and he's essentially on a fast break. Going to be looking to attack his man because obviously he's a very good skilled offensive player. And then what he does right here to Siakam is extremely important, and all of us basketball players have to know how to do this. When he goes and attacks Siakam in that fast break, what does he do first? Well, the first thing he does is he makes body contact with the defender. That now moves that defender off balance. After he releases that contact that he made with Siakam, he was able to create that gap, which was a big enough gap so that he was able to get this layup or this floater off in time. Now, coming off of this screen, his man goes over top of the screen, which should be an automatic attack to the basket. When he comes off of this screen, he stops for a second because now he's being faced with a gap and drop defender. He quickly freezes, which allows him to lose that gap defender. Now, as soon as he does that, he crosses back over and he attacks the middle of the key. You always want to try your best to attack up middle if you possibly can. And then when he attacks, he takes only 2 dribbles when attacking. This is important. You don't want to take any more than 2 dribbles. If he took a third, then that would have been probably trouble with another player reaching in. And it would also slow him down too. But with only 2 dribbles, he was able to go off of 2 feet and he was able to finish at the rim. I would actually even go with the idea of taking that as your last dribble, because now your second step was really short. If he took a bigger step, he would have been even further ahead of this guy. His second step could have been here, and he could have got the floater over top of this defender. That's what I personally would have done. I also want to point out the fact that right in this clip, you can really see it. He's using his off arm to be able to get that leverage on his defender, but also that his shoulders are slightly lower than his defender's shoulders as well, which will give him more leverage up into that player. I'm also going to give you a very important tip. Now, this is not something that you would probably put into a highlight as a main focus if you are a basketball player looking for a D1 scholarship, but corner threes are extremely important. Most college players, no matter your position, have to be able to hit that corner three. Now, while I personally put corner threes in highlights just to show that you can make them, you should not be really focusing on corner threes, because corner three on a drive down middle should be always open for a pass. If it's open, you have to hit that 100%. Because what's going to happen is, let's say you're maybe not a player who gets a lot of playing time, or maybe you're not the star player. The star player is going to drive down middle, and then if they get double teamed, they're going to be kicking it out. And while a star player in a game may be taking 20 shots and you may be taking 3, they're only expected to hit half of their shots. While your 3 shots, you have to hit 100%. While that may seem unfair, guess what? That's just how basketball is. So if you are not a star player, and Jaylen Brown is obviously a star player, but that is a shot that you need to be able to make. I also like on this drive, and something that a lot of players need to know how to do, and that is keeping that ball nice and high. By keeping that ball nice and high, these players who are reaching in can't reach in and steal the ball, and if they do, the referee is going to be able to see that there is contact, which means that there would be more fouls called. Now, he didn't get the foul call here. He passed it off to a teammate who had the open dunk, but that's another point as well, which is when he drives, something that a lot of players need to do is to look for the weak side cutters, because they'll collapse multiple players and then they can kick it to a weak side cutter who can get an easy layup or dunk. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.